What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Jerry Bruckheimer's comments regarding Pirates of the Caribbean, both with Margot Robbie and also talking some very small little segments about Johnny Depp. I promised I would talk about these kind of things when they come. Obviously, I've talked about Pirates of the Caribbean for a long time on the channel, and these are not good comments. I have some things to say about Jerry Bruckheimer in this video, but I want to talk about what he said specifically, and then we'll go over my opinion. So let's read out. First, he was asked about the scripts with Margot Robbie, and then he was asked specifically about Johnny Depp. So let's read both of those. So he says, yes, we're talking to Margot Robbie. We were developing 2 pirate scripts, one with her, one without her. And then also the question was asked, will Depp be back, Johnny Depp? Not at this point, he says. The future is yet to be decided. And that's it. So not long. This was, I think, a interview talking about Top Gun and Tom Cruise. Those were like the primary, points of discussion in the interview. And then he talked about this. So, all right, so the stuff to talk about, I guess, with Margot Robbie. Let's talk about that specifically first, then we'll go into the Johnny Depp stuff. There's a train of thought around this movie that it's kind of in development hell. I would like to actually subscribe to that general thought because this movie was announced a long time ago, and it seems like no progress has been made. Now, you could argue, I would accept it, when it was first announced, it was announced as a concept, right? Her production company, or she's a producer of it, the writer of Birds of Prey, which is just going to be a phenomenal script, obviously, you can imagine, for this Pirates movie. That was announced. And that was, they were going to make a Pirates movie with her as the lead. No real discussion on if it was a 6, if it was, what exactly it was. And by the way, for those that haven't been following it, which I don't blame you, it's always been this confusing, at least the last several years it's been. Because what we knew before Margot is that they love to write 2 scripts. That's actually one of the funniest things about this whole thing. There were 2 scripts rumored that had been written for a Pirates of the Caribbean 6. This was right after 5, and this was around that Johnny Depp in-out period. Or I guess probably when he was officially kicked out. There was the rumors of 2 scripts being made, one with him and one without him. Not necessarily his input, but literally with Jack Sparrow in it and with Jack Sparrow not in it. So that was a rumor that could be true, that could not, but at the same time, they're working on 2 scripts with this one, so maybe it is actually true. So now we hear, 2 different scripts for Margot, one with her in it and one without her in it, which is odd because when it was pitched, the idea is she was going to be the lead, okay? And now it's, well, if she wants to be the lead, then we'll have a movie with her in it, and we'll write her a character. And then if she doesn't want to be in it, then it'll be the same character. That's actually what I don't understand. Like, what would actually change if it's her or if it's not her? And this originally was kind of pitched as a Pirates spinoff. This was not a Pirates 6. This was, I guess, officially when they announced this thing, it was a Pirates spinoff. And remember, I hate the idea, not because I don't like Margot Robbie, because I think she's a good actress, not because I don't like females, because I do, but because of my age-old thing. I made a video on this. Margot Robbie decided to run her mouth and talk about how we've never seen strong female characters in the Pirates of the Caribbean universe. To me, that ruined it. That ruined my image of Margot Robbie. That ruined any hope that she knows what she's talking about or doing. Again, for the uninitiated, there's, of course, strong females through every single movie. Pirates 3 is Elizabeth as the main character, not even Jack Sparrow. It's Elizabeth. Pirates 4 has Angelica. Pirates 5, Karina, very arguably, was the main character of that movie. It's pathetic to even think that there's no strong female characters that have ever existed. That shows me Margot Robbie as a producer, as someone who's kind of spearheading this movie, as somebody who brings in the writer of Birds of Prey, has never seen a Pirates movie before, but they want to make one. So that immediately is red alarms, red flags, everything that's the color red, right? So that's a joke. So in case you didn't know, or maybe it's like, well, Alex, why do you hate it so much? You have a lot of violence towards it, but you've never explained it. I have. It's just I hate that quote, and leading with that quote is a horrible idea. So we had that. Then we had the Johnny Depp stuff. The Johnny Depp, the question brought up about him. It's not the worst. I mean, it could be a worse answer, right? So the answer is pretty much no, he's not coming back. But then I like it. I like the fact that he does kind of counter it by saying, like, the future is yet to be decided. Again, though, this is the idea of, like, development hell, or that these movies have just had a Pirates 6, this Pirates spinoff, that they've had a hard time going, just, like, actually making progress, is because of John. I mean, there's no doubt about it, right? That's not a secret. It's not confirmed by them, so maybe it is something that's supposed to be a secret, but it's obvious, right? Like, they can't get anything done, and most likely it's because, yeah, They want him. They know it'll fail without him, but they can't because Disney has made up, you know what I mean? Now, for Jerry Bruckheimer himself, I mean, I don't know the guy. This is just entry level kind of my opinions. I mean, I don't like the fact that it seems like he's sold out. Now, Pirates is in his blood, right? He seems like a good guy, all that kind of stuff. And he's along for the ride, whatever. He has got no say. We actually learned this from the trial. It seems like he literally doesn't have a say about this. Like he's backed Johnny Depp. He wants Johnny Depp in it, but he really doesn't have a say. It's Disney. The thing I will criticize him for is that he does have power, clearly, but obviously not enough, as we'd like him to, and he's still going along with it. So, sell out, going along with, whatever the line you want to use. I'm not saying he's like a pure evil, like he's possessed by a demon or anything. I'm not saying that, but I wish more people in Hollywood would have a backbone and stand up for this stuff. Again, I mean, maybe he has, and maybe he's been told, hey, shut it, or, he's 78 years old. Maybe he's just, like, tired and done, right? He wants to make a couple more movies and then retire. I mean, I'm not going to pretend to know his life, but and again, making a Margot Robbie movie, and I've said this before, I don't care. I don't care about making. Now, again, her quotes and her opinion of Pirates is scary and is probably doomed to fail already. I don't think that's a surprise or a shock to anybody. But making a movie with her as a lead, I don't have an issue with. I've said all along for years, I've been very consistent, you just can't do it yet. If you make a 6 and you say goodbye to Jack Sparrow, then you can make as many you can make a Disney Plus show, you could do spin-offs, you could do a prequel, you could do whatever you could have an all-female cast, you can have an all polka dot cast. I mean, you could do literally whatever you want, and I literally wouldn't care because at least I know you respect the guy, and you don't respect him, and you want to get the franchise away from him, but you can't. That's the thing, right? They want to get away from him, but they know they can't do that. They know it's going to fail without him. I think there is a level that they do want him back for a Pirate 6. And, again, I think that quote was not that bad in terms of the future's yet to be decided. Remember, I mean, I made the video. You guys seem to really support it, really like it. That expert that was at the trial that said, he believes, and he's been around Hollywood for 50 years. He's worked with George Lucas. He worked with Matrix and Rocky and all this stuff. It's in his belief that Disney will try to get Johnny Depp back for Pirate 6. He firmly believes that, but not under the cloud of the trial. So you have an expert saying that it's in his belief that once all this stuff is over, they'll try, and then it's up to Johnny Depp whether he wants to or not. And we've talked about that. I respect him if he says no, if he says screw you guys, you left me, you believed her word over my word, and you fired me on a whim. What I've made you $4 or $5 billion just on Pirates. And that's just on the movies, actually. That's not on the theme park. That's not on merchandise. That's not on games. It's not on anything. Just almost $5 billion for movies. And this is what you guys do to me. So that's, I don't blame him for saying, screw you. You punched me when I was down. You kicked me when I was down. And I'm not coming back for $300 million and $1 million alpacas. Now, as I constantly say, he never said if they didn't apologize, or if they did apologize, would that get him back? So I still do have hope, and it is a biasness, and it's a dream. It's something I don't necessarily think. I hope it could happen. I don't know if it could happen, right? And if it doesn't happen, I'll totally understand it. But there you go. So the thing is, are they really still doing the Margot Robbie thing? They keep saying it. They're working on scripts. They announced it, but it's not making any progress. Now, maybe it will. Maybe within the next year, maybe next year they're filming it. And go ahead. As I've said this over and over again. Do it. I dare you to do it, because that movie will. It just will. It's going to bomb. You're going to lose money factually off that. If you spend $100 million, the budget, all that stuff, the promotion, you're going to need to make, say, $200 million. It's going to be more expensive than that, by the way. You're not going to do it. That movie is doomed to make about probably the same as maybe what the marketing and production and all that costs are. You're not going to hit the home runs that even in the worst Pirates movies, like five arguably made the least in terms of inflation, all that stuff, you won't come close to that. You won't. It's not going to happen. So good luck, try it, and see what happens. And that's why I think that they're just kind of all talk, and they probably won't actually do it, but we'll see. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. I hope to see you all on the next one.